Hi, I like Minecraft, and I've decided to play Minecraft. But not a normal vanilla world, no. I wanted to play. But first, what is GTNH? Gregtech New Horizons is a technological mod pack that adds a lot of new things, ranging from storage to machinery and even food in a realistical way, and I'm going to play all of it. This is easily the longest Minecraft mod, and today, in the first episode, I'm going to play for 100 Minecraft days and see how many goals can I achieve. So without further ado, let's begin. I started in what I think is a bad spawn. The first thing I did was checking out the quest book. This book will guide me through the entire game. I completed its first quests and read all the other things. Then I created flint with some gravel and got my first crafting table. When the night came, I dug a hole in the ground and waited till the morning. On day 2, I crafted my first tools made of flint and got more materials. I spent the next few days getting food, resources, crafting stuff and mining a safe spot from all the mobs. After I obtained the cobblestone and my first furnace, I was already getting near the end of the first page of the quest book. My next goal would be the bed. As you can see from what I'm trying to describe in Microsoft Paint, the GTNH bed is a bit more complicated than the vanilla one. The main problem is the soft hammer and the 2 fences, which need a lot of wood. In fact, the planks gotten from a log here are halved, and the same happens with sticks. While calculating and illustrating the steps, the amount of wood required managed to break the whole paint universe. It will be a tough grind. But jokes aside, chopping trees for 30 seconds wasn't the problem. The real issue was what I think is a game bug. The fences weren't craftable with jungle wood, so I had to get them in another way, from the quest book rewards. With the bed now in my hands, it was time to begin Tier 0, the Stone Age. I got some clay, sand and stone. Materials really useful, I guess. I don't know, I'm just following the book. Anyway, my next goal would be a clay bucket, and for that I need a mortar. To make a bucket, the clay that I got needs to be turned into dust with the mortar. Then it needs to be shaped into a bucket and cooked in a furnace. I need to say that in GTNH infinite water doesn't exist, but there are a lot of machines that infinitely produce water. One of them I will build in the end of this video. After I made paper, not in the vanilla way obviously, I needed strings to progress. So I stayed awake at night but died fighting. I realized that living in a hole was terrible, so in the next days I moved everything in a new location, which I like more, but I died a few times while doing so. I explored the other pages of the quest book and then found my next goal, the stencil table, part builder and tool station, 3 sort of crafting tables to make better tools. I made some better flint tools, but I still wasn't able to fight night mobs. A modded creeper trapped me in a water box, a zombie pulled me with a fishing rod. I was tired, so I started building a real base. By day 24, the beginning of my house was completed. Now I have 3 furnaces, so the only logical thing is getting coal. But to get that, I need to create my first multi-block machine, a large oven, the coke oven. It's really simple. I put logs in it, and after quite a while I get charcoal and creosote, a liquid fuel for my furnaces. But this coke oven needs a lot of materials. It's made from 26 bricks, which are made from sand and clay and cooked in a furnace, for a total of almost 3 stacks of sand and 2 of clay. I got to work, and in less time than I expected, I assembled the coke oven. Now it was time to begin searching for metals. Here, minerals spawn in a large vein in a 3x3 chunk grid. I need iron, copper and tin to progress. I found gold, redstone and even diamond. Then came the important copper and iron in the form of pyrite and chalcopyrite. I started a little garden because if I eat the same food over and over in this modpack, I won't gain iron. After my first mining expedition, I came home with almost a stack of iron ingots, made by washing and crushing the raw ores. On day 38, I was tired of having just 2 chests, so I built a storage and put all my items there. After that, I searched for tin, but died and didn't find it. So I decided to terraform the terrain of my base instead. Tired of not finding tin, I gathered some redstone, iron and gold and made our finder. With that, I easily located tin and got half a stack of it, enough to make my first bronze. By now, I was almost at the end of tier 1 and I could begin making bronze for my first machines, but I instead decided to upgrade some gameplay related aspects, like increasing the size of my lunchbox and chests. Finally, on day 63, I combined copper dust and tin dust to make bronze dust, still useless until tier 2. My next goal is the smeltery, a complex multi-block that uses lava to melt metals into alloys and casts for new tools. Of course, the smeltery isn't easy to create. Like the coke oven, its bricks are created with sand and clay, but also gravel and water buckets. It is also made of many different parts, so I had to be careful when collecting and calculating the materials. I got the gravel in my mining session and I easily collected the sand. The bottleneck was the clay. I got some of the clay and water, so I started cooking the first bricks. I decorated the storage area with wood while the bricks were cooking. And when they were done, I started assembling the components of the smeltery. When I was finished, Wait, what is that? I spent a few days rebuilding my base and part of my coke oven, and then I assembled the smeltery. While searching for the lava used in the smeltery, I got cotton and fought a gravel creeper. Then I remembered that in the top right corner I have a minimap, so I used that to find lava in a nearby cave. Given that lava measures beyond 1000 degrees Celsius, I take damage while having the bucket in my inventory. So I ran as quick as possible to my base, and when I needed to regenerate my health, I dropped the buckets. With the smeltery now complete, it was time to use it. I found some aluminum gravel and smelted it with some copper. I created an alloy named aluminum brass, used to make casts for metal tools. I now had bronze tools like a boss. I tested the bronze axe on a tree and it was awesome. Now I had some spare days till the 100, so I decided to use the cotton I was farming in my garden to make some bags that act like shulker boxes. Given that a day I forgot to hit record, I now will recap what I did in the days 90 to 97. I upgraded the smeltery and finished its room. I increased the size of my storage room, and most importantly I crafted the steam boiler, basically entered tier 2. In tier 2 all the things that I do manually, like smelting items, crushing ores or processing materials, will be done by steam machines. To create steam, a boiler needs constant water and coal, but in GTNH water isn't infinite, so I have to produce a new multi-block machine. Finally, on the 100, I used a stack of iron and 3 of rubber wood to make a water tank that infinitely produces water from humidity. Now I can start producing steam and finally rest. Thank you really much for watching. As my first video, it was kind of terrible. I don't know when I will make episode 2, if I do it, but I think I will release it in this summer, I think. I want to thank my friends for inspiring me to do this and my family for buying me Minecraft. For now that's all, see you in the next video.